Hey guys, wow, today is Sunday, December 18th, 2011. It is 12:32 here in the morning on West Palm Beach, Florida, on the eastern coast of the United States. And today, as some of you guys may know, well, yesterday, part of today, December 17th and December 18th is Project for Awesome, Vlogbrothers Hank and John Green. Well, I was on Twitter earlier today, and I saw Corey Vidal's video for Project for Awesome. And if you guys don't know what Project for Awesome is, you can go in the doobly-doo below. Check out the Vlogbrothers Project for Awesome thing. It's a really great program. I meant to do a video this year for it, but a lot of other stuff came up today, and you guys can see it on the vlog on my other channel tomorrow. Anyway, I saw Corey Vidal's P4A video, and I guess I'm still getting to know Corey Vidal. I love his work. I really, really love his work. He's an inspiration to me. And I guess I'm sorry. I'm trying not to say too much. There we go. Let me just before I even start, let me just say this is going to be a long video. So if you're not up for watching a long video, might as well just dislike it and move on. Just thumbs it down and go find something funny to watch, like Nyan Cat. I know there's like a 10-hour video up. You can go watch that, or you can go watch some snowboard fails or something. I don't know. It's a holiday season. Be my guest. So if you aren't up for watching a long video, just thumbs it down and move on. Otherwise, you guys are gonna hear my YouTube story. Anyway, I was watching Corey Vidal's Project for Awesome today, and he's doing something to help homeless youth. And I never really knew that he was actually homeless prior. He was homeless for almost, 3 months he was homeless for, and he had no money to his name for almost about half a year. He went through a lot of hardships. Well, I watched his YouTube story after that, and it's a long video as well, about 35 minutes. And I watched it from start to finish, and it really kind of inspired me to do my thing. Last year, YouTube asked everyone to do their YouTube story. It was May, YouTube celebrating their birthday. Like, what made you come to YouTube? What made you content creators come to YouTube, come and create content to upload to this wonderful site? And I saw it. I never really did a YouTube story. I don't know why, but I didn't. So I'm hoping this will suffice for today. So we're gonna really rewind. We're gonna rewind my memory and everything, and we're actually gonna go back. We're gonna go back to the year 2006. 2006. To be more exact, we're going to go back to about October 2006. Now, YouTube had been around for a couple of months now. It's still kind of in its baby, infant stages, I knew about YouTube. I had known about YouTube since that summer. People were like, hey, go there, watch a music video or something. And that's all YouTube was really known for, was music videos for big music artists out there, for Universal Records or MGM, or big things out there. You had a few movie trailers, and then you had skateboard videos. The big thing in 06 was MySpace, and MySpace had its video tab in the site. It was embedded in the site. So why go to YouTube when you're on MySpace and you can watch you can talk to your friends while watching videos? MySpace was literally the Google of the age back in 06. It was the social network haven. YouTube had nothing on MySpace. I feel really old talking about MySpace right now. especially if there are any kids younger than I am right now. Like, what's a MySpace? Oh God. Anyway, I don't know. I guess I started watching videos that summer. It was 2006, the summer of 2006. I was just watching videos. I was really getting to know YouTube. By that time, I had just finished 6th grade. 6th grade, oh my God. This is 6 years ago. I cannot believe this. I just finished 6th grade. And I was getting ready to go into 7th grade. And at the time, we had just moved to Virginia. My dad had just gotten out of the Army 2 years ago. We had moved to Virginia back from Germany. My dad had retired from the Army back in 2004. So we moved to Virginia at the end of 2004 so I could attend 5th grade. We retired there in Hampton Roads in Yorktown. And, you know, it was a really nice historic area to kind of live at. And so I was still relatively new to the area, living in an area for 2 years. Being a military brat, 2 years is about the time, if there are any military brats out there, you know, every 2 years, on average every 2 years, you get stationed somewhere else. Your family will be stationed somewhere else. I was fortunate enough when I lived in DC, we were stationed there for 5, but that's rare to be in one location for more than 2 years. And so we were living in Virginia. It was summer 2006, and by that time I was still rather new, and in my mind I'm like, you know, I shouldn't get attached to anybody here. I'm going to be moving again. I feel it. But it was so strange, you know, being an Army brat, knowing that my family is retired and we aren't moving anymore, and I'm still expecting. So at the time, you know, I've graduated 6th grade, and I haven't made these personal relationships that all these other kids have. So I am literally on the outside looking in. And at the time, you know, it's the summer. I'm going into 7th grade the following, come fall term. I'm going into 7th grade. And here, I'm living in Yorktown, Virginia. And if you guys have, you know, don't have family in the military, or you aren't a military brat, chances are you've lived in that same location your entire life. You've lived in the same house, or you lived in the same city, or even the same state. And that was a surprise to me at the age. I never, I'm sorry. I am getting to my YouTube story. This is actually going to contribute to my YouTube story. I know you guys are probably watching like, what's this have to do to YouTube? But it actually does contribute to my YouTube story a couple of years down the road. So just bear with me. But, you know, at the time, I'm about to go in 7th grade. It's the summer, and I'm literally on the outside looking in. I haven't made these personal bonds, these personal relationships like all these other kids have. They've lived here in Virginia their entire life, and here I am moving back. You know, I lived in Virginia. I lived up north in northern Virginia, and I only went to Yorktown or Virginia Beach for vacations when I lived in DC when I was in 2nd and 3rd grade. But I never lived in Virginia Beach, Virginia, never lived in Yorktown. And living there, I didn't know anybody. And here you have these 300, 400, 500 kids that have lived here their entire lives, that have known each other their entire lives. They've gone to elementary school together since kindergarten. Nobody has left York County, it seems. And that really stunned me. You know, as a military brat, I always thought everybody moved. And so here, everybody's got these personal bonds, these personal relationships. And I'm still getting used to being retired. And, you know, at the age, I'm what, 10? No, I'm not 10. I'm 12, I think. I'm 11, 12. I'm actually 11. I turned 12 September of 06, I think. I don't want to do the math. Anyway, I'm old. So we fast forward. I'm watching YouTube because I've got nothing to do. I know nobody. Sure, I've gone to school for 2 years, but I haven't made these personal bonds. So everybody's out, you know, having fun that summer, whatever sixth graders do. And we enter 7th grade, September of 2006. I enter 7th grade. And, you know, it's now my 3rd year living in Virginia, 3rd year going to school with all these kids. And I kind of realized I need to start making these bonds. I need to start making these relationships, because I'm going to be living here in Yorktown for the rest of my life, or at least until I go to college. And at the time, I'm in 7th grade, I'm like, I'm never going to leave my parents. I'm never going to leave to go to college. Of course, I'm older now, I'm like, I've got to leave my parents. I've got to go to college. But likewise, at the same time, I'm thinking we're never going to leave Virginia again. And here I am doing this video here from my bedroom in West Palm Beach, Florida. But that will come up later on in the years in this video. And so here I am, I'm entering 7th grade, and I'm starting to make these bonds, and you see these kids, these really popular kids, and at the time, you know, it's middle school, it is that awkward stage of your life. Nobody, I don't know, everybody is awkward. In some way, shape, or form, everybody is awkward in middle school. There's no way to avoid it. Some kids can deal with their awkwardness a lot better than others. And the way they deal with it actually allows them to be popular. They're the ones that are able to deal with their awkwardness, or even be able to make fun of themselves, and still, I guess, release that feeling of, you know what, who cares, I'm me. And that, I think, is what really made everybody popular. If that's the key to middle school, kids that may be watching me and that are currently in middle school, be yourself, because everybody's going through this stage, and trust me, you may be popular. But at the time, you know, I'm in 7th grade, 3rd year, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to be popular. I'm going to live here for the rest of my life. I might as well be popular. So I start looking back on this years ago, 2006. I start, I guess, really making myself more than I am. And so I actually join some clubs in school, and I join the Student Council Association, or SCA. I know here in Florida they call it the SGA, the Student Government. Basically, SCA is student government. Well, I joined that, and I'm actually elected to be treasurer. The sad part of that story is I'm running against nobody. So literally on the ballot it says treasurer Zach Covey, and no name, no opponent. So I had that win in the box. Still, I was concerned people were going to write in names and I would lose to some anonymous write-in. But anyway, I make it up, and I don't know, I guess halfway through that time, I'm still watching YouTube, and YouTube's still in its baby stages. I'm still on MySpace and all. And I'm watching YouTube, and I'm seeing all these really cool content creators. And, you know, I go to school, and I'm like, man, those people are so popular online. And then I go to school and I see these popular kids, and I'm like, look at these kids. They will be on YouTube one day. They will be big. They will be popular. They will be Dave Days. They will be Sexy Phil. I'm 12 years old, and I'm watching Sexy Phil, and God knows how old he is at the time. He's what, 21? 21, somewhere around that age. I mean, he was really young. I mean, he's still young today. Sexy Phil, you know, Philip DeFranco. So I'm watching all these videos, and I'm like, man, if I can be a popular kid, I'll make it big on YouTube one day. I just know it. And YouTube's still in its baby stages, still growing. We fast forward into about January, February timeframe of 7th grade. By this time it's January of 2007, so we're halfway through 7th grade, still in middle school, still awkward, and I realize I'm not popular. I've tried to do everything in my power to become popular, everything in my power, and nothing. I've joined student council, which in middle school is probably the most laughable club you can be a part of. I think even chess club is more popular than student government, student council. And I'm not making fun of chess club. Trust me, I've got a lot of people, a lot of my friends are in chess club, and back at York. And my God, if I could play chess, I have mad respect for them, because I can't even play chess. I lose every time I try to play. But that's besides the point. So I'm in the most laughable club of middle school. I know I've made probably the worst decision of my life. And so about halfway through 7th grade, I'm watching YouTube, and I'm like, well, you know what? If I can't be popular at school, I can't be a part of this community, my school community. I can't be a part of this. Maybe I can be a part of something online. And so I actually created a YouTube account in 2007. It's called Zeke360, or Zeke360, Zeke94. It's actually all my initials, and then 94, my birth year. Very original. Everybody had that. And that's actually the origin of my blog, Zeke360. Zeke is my initials, and then 360 is actually taken from Anderson Cooper 360, a news reporter I really look up to. And I'll get to that when I get to Zeke360 later on. So I start watching YouTube, and I'm like, okay, I can't be popular at school, I'm going to be popular on YouTube. It's going to happen. So I take my mom's camera at the time. We just bought her a camera the October prior. So in 2006 in October, we bought her a nice digital camera. And by this time, digital cameras are really starting to become big, DSLR cameras. And we don't want to buy her a DSLR in October, so we buy her one step below, which is a really nice digital camera right before DSLR, right before the interchangeable lenses came out. And top of the line, beautiful camera. And so I actually take it in February, and I grab a couple of my friends. I'm like, hey, you know what? Let's see if we can try to do a YouTube video. And so we go out, and to this day, I wish I still had this video. And we go out to my woods in the backyard, and we create this video called It's Not Discovery Channel. and somebody's walking around with the President Bush mask on, and we're acting like he's Sasquatch. And at the same time, we've got a guy acting like a reporter. I'm the cameraman. And we've got somebody else that's out there trying to hunt down Sasquatch with a gun. It's one of those cat guns. So we've got a guy out there playing a hunter. We've got myself and another guy playing an anchor as a camera crew and an anchor, trying to search for Sasquatch. And these guys kind of meet up at the same time Sasquatch meets up, and all chaos breaks loose. And it was this kind of, it was this like half-assed created video. You know, at the time I'm what, 12 now? So what can a 12-year-old do with Windows Movie Maker and a half-assed video shot in his backyard? But I throw it together, and I throw it on YouTube. And I remember I uploaded it that night after a day of editing. And I'm like, man, this was fun. This was a lot of fun. And I go to bed. And I wake up and I run to YouTube. I run, literally, that's the first thing I do. I don't brush my teeth, I don't undress, I'm in my PJs and all. I run to YouTube that morning. And I check, and I had, 20 views? And I'm like, oh my god, 20 people viewed my video in the past 12 hours. A little less than that, probably 10 hours. I'm like, oh my god. That's amazing. And, you know, 20 views to a 12-year-old is like, jaw-dropping. So I go to, I'm amazed. And I'm like, oh my god, I've got to create more content. This is an awesome site. I never thought this would be cool. Anyway, we fast forward maybe a week or two. And that video, It's Not Discovery Channel, actually reaches 100 views. Fast forward another month. I probably have 3 videos up now. I've got one of me talking just to a camera. We've got the It's Not Discovery Channel. And then we've got another video where my friend Austin and I actually made fun of a fat kid falling. I dressed up as a fat kid, and I scootered, and then I fell. And it was one of those lousy attempts of making a viral video. And at this time, It's Not Discovery Channel, about a month later, has about 1,000 views. And this this fat kid falling video, I just uploaded it. I go to bed, and the next day it has 1,000 views. And I'm like, man, It's Not Discovery got 1,000 views in a month. This video got 1,000 views overnight. And that video actually, the fat kid falling, actually made it up to about 100,000 views. And it had about 1,000 dislikes and probably only 15 likes. And today people would say the like bar looks like Darth Vader's lightsaber. I mean, you know, whatever viral comments are out there today on December 18th, 2011. So, needless to say, I'm getting all these hate comments, and I'm a 7th grader. I'm not taking criticism well. I'm a 7th grader. So I delete the account. I delete Zeke94, and to this day, I cannot believe I delete that account. I still slap myself. Anyway, I fast forward probably 2 years. It's freshman year. I'm going into high school now. I've come to the realization I will never be popular. Never in my life be popular. And I really fell in love with video when I was making these YouTube videos. I really fell in love with it. So, by this time, it's 9th grade. YouTube has become a lot more popular. It's 2009. You had YouTube Live in 2008. You had Corey Vidal coming out. And here's where Corey Vidal is coming into my life. Corey Vidal uploaded a video back in 2008, I think. It's called Ring Wars Reloaded, and it's a mashup. It's a student film he created when he was in his senior year of high school, which is monumental to me because currently I'm in my senior year of high school. And it's only got about 100,000 views here on YouTube, only about 600 likes and like 50 dislikes. I mean, it's a really lesser seen video of his. But he's creating some quality content. At the same time, you've got Shay Carl creating good content. You've got Sexy Phil. You've got CTFXC, or not CTFXC at the time, but only Charles Trippy. Allie hadn't come into the picture yet. So I'm watching these videos. I'm like, man, I really love doing YouTube back when I was younger. Maybe I could create a new account. But I held off. I said, no, I'll only get laughed at again. Not only at school for putting videos online, because I was laughed at school, and I wasn't popular. I was laughed at. You put videos online? What? You crazy, Zach? I was laughed at. So I pushed that thought out of my mind, and so I start watching Shay Carl and the Shaytards, and then Charles Trippy and Allie Speed a year later. But I'm watching Shay Carl, and at the time it's only Sun Tard, Princess Tard, and Baby Tard was just, what, a year old? Not even that. She wasn't even a year old. And so I'm watching them, and I love their vlog. Eventually, Charles Trippey starts up a vlog with Allie Speed, and that's the first time I actually see Allie. And I'm watching their vlog, and about 9 months into their vlog, I'm like, you know what? I want to do this. I want to give YouTube a second chance. By this time, it is late 2009. It's December 2009. And so I say, you know what? I'm going to do this. January, I'm going to set up a new account, and I'm going to do this. So January 2010 rolls around. You know, I've done YouTube before back in 2007. I had that lull, that null absence in 08-09. And so I'm back 2010, 3 years later, and I'm ready to start again. And I say this time I'm not going to do skits, I'm not going to do stupid videos, I'm going to do a vlog. And so I'm still in 9th grade, and I set up my channel. And I'm a freshman, and I'm like, this is going to be awesome. It's going to be freaking awesome. And actually, I'm not a freshman. I'm a sophomore by that time. Freshman year, I'd watched videos, and I had the thought in my mind. By this time, it was sophomore year, and I said, all right, sophomore year, perfect time to start this program. I thought about it for all of freshman year. I thought how I could do this. I planned it out for a year. Took 1 entire year to plan what I want to do on YouTube. Fail-proof, right? Fail-proof. Taking a year to plan this is going to be great. This is like a movie. Movies succeed after a year of planning. And so I set up this channel. I don't set up this channel. I set up my Zeke 360 channel. And at the time, I wanted to be a pilot when I grew up. And we're still living in Virginia, still going strong. I still have the mindset I'm going to live in Virginia forever. There was no doubt in my mind, or even my parents' mind, we're moving. We don't even think we're going to move anymore. We're like, we're done. We're finished. We've finally unpacked the entire house. So that says something. So I set up the channel, and I don't have a vlog camera at the time. But I set up the channel, and I use this webcam, this exact webcam, and I record my first video since 2007. And I say it's been a couple of years now. Here's a new channel, new camera, new year, a new vlog to hit YouTube. This is going to be awesome. I'm a 10th grader at the time. What the hell can I do? I don't have a vlog camera, so eventually I convinced my parents to buy me a vlog camera, and we buy one online from Sony. I spent 2 months researching cameras. 2 months researching cameras. It finally comes in the mail. It comes in the mail, actually. It arrives on my doorstep on my father's birthday, March 31st, 2010. It arrived about 3:48 p.m., and I know that exact time because that is literally when the vlog started. My dad was flying home from a conference from, I want to say, Orlando that day. And oh my god, this video is long, but just stick with me, we're getting there. So I start the vlog out, and I remember my first line. The first thing I do on the vlog, I started out with my eye like this. One eye open, one eye closed. And I laugh, I chuckle a bit, I'm like, haha. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm really going to do, but the sun is shining in my eyes, so I'm going to cut this video short. And it cuts, and it goes directly to my first ever intro. And it was, I'm not going to lie, it was a direct rip-off of Charles Trippey and Allie Speed's The Internet Killed Television. It was a gray background, Zeke 360 in pink, productions in blue, or Zeke 360 in blue, productions in pink, the television kind of effect to it. And I'm editing on Sony Vegas. I have my editing software. I've advanced from Windows Vegas, or Windows Movie Maker. I don't know how to use Sony Vegas at the time, so I'm just messing around with it. But it was a direct rip-off of Charles Trippy. And for that I say I'm sorry to Charles and Allie. I love you guys, because, you know, I've met you guys a couple of times now. But anyway, so the vlog continues on for a couple of months, and I'm not making any views. I barely, I think, what was it? Probably about August of that year. So about 5 months after the vlog had started, I think I had reached 10 subscribers, which is pitiful. Pitiful. By this time, YouTube is really big. It's become a daily site to go and watch videos. YouTube is probably in the top 10 most visited sites of the day now. And the partner program has started up. I've got 10 subscribers. I probably have about 1,000 views total on my videos. And I don't know, I guess I eventually said, you know what, I'm going to start showing this to my friends. And I did start vlogging at school back in May and June. And people were watching, they're like, man, Zach, you know, this is pretty neat. And actually, let me rewind back a bit. I had more than 10 subscribers. I had about 100, actually. It's actually coming back to me now. I had about 100 by May. And I had a pretty good base, and 100 by May for a 10th grader is amazing. And I distinctly remember this now. It's all coming back to me. I was actually asked to join the partner program, and they were like, you know, we have a lot of vloggers here on YouTube, but there aren't any high school vloggers. You're the first one we've actually seen. We can't guarantee you're going to make it big, but do you want to try? And so I said, yeah, of course I want to try. Well, what's the point of not? And of course my parents had to verify I'm under the age of 18 at the time. So I joined the partner program, and I'm not supposed to say this. I'm legally not supposed to say this, but I made, I think, about $1 in my first month. I think $1 was literally what I made in my first month, and subsequent months I think I made about $2 or $3 for a couple of months later. I didn't even reach enough to make a payment. If you guys are in the partner program, you know you get paid after a certain amount. I don't think I even made enough to reach that payment mark until about 7 months after I joined the partner program. It was pitiful. So I wasn't making money on YouTube, but I was able to go to school and say, I'm making money on YouTube. It's $1, but I'm making money online. And actually people were interested in this. And I think that's where the height of my popularity began. Being popular began there. And I began gaining popularity at school because I was this kid who was making videos online and was actually making money from them. And so we fast forward a couple more months ahead. I'm still in the partner program. Eventually, year 1 rolls around, and by that time, my second channel had formed, this channel. And people were asking me at school, are you going to continue into year 2? And I really loved content creating. I really did. And I think that's where I really fell in love with video. And I said, you know what? Yes, I am. I'm part of a partner program. Sure, I'm not making a lot of money, but I'm making money. Why not? And so I continue on to year 2, and Corey Vidal is a big influence in my life by that time, same as Charles Trippey and Shay. Charles Trippey and Shay, Carl, are big influences on my vlog, and at the same time, Corey Vidal is making all these professional videos. He's shooting weddings, he's shooting television commercials, and posting them on YouTube for all to join. And I'm like, I do a vlog, I want to do what Corey Vidal does. He does a vlog and this. And so I'm like, but I'm never going to get a gig. I'm never going to get something to actually try to do this. Anyway, junior year rolls around. It's September of 2010. And eventually I go into year 2 of my vlog. And we roll into March. You know, year 2 is coming around. And in my junior year, last year, I was in a television program at my school in which I was able to produce the news for my school. At the same time, I was also taking a television class. So I was in the TV studio for class, and also I was in the TV studio for the news. Well, a big nor'easter came around, and I actually shot some video on my vlog, and I sent it off to Wavy TV 10. Now, on my vlog prior, that summer, 2010, there was a stabbing at the Walmart, and Wavy had actually taken my video, and I was interviewed the following day, and all of this stuff on my vlog, and that vlog had actually reached about 300 views, and that's where a lot of my views started coming in. And I've had about a 300 view base ever since on my vlog, 600 views on average, according to YouTube analytics anyway. And so, you know, my popularity at school's growing, and we fast forward into March, and it's year 2. I've been on the news, I've submitted stuff, I do student news, I'm now in a TV program, and my love for video is exponential. It's gone up exponentially. And it is amazing. It's so much fun. And I remember I go to see my sophomore English teacher, the English teacher I had had a year before, and she goes, Zach, I have a gig for you. I know somebody in a record company that has a band. This band's called Junior Doctor, and they're based out of Satellite Beach, Florida, or basically Melbourne, Florida. So it's about an hour north of where I live now. And they're coming here to York High School to perform, and the record company wants somebody to create a commercial for them at any one of the schools they produce. And I know you're really good at video. Do you think you'd be willing to do this? And I'm like, oh my God, yes. And I'm thinking this is like a miracle. This is a miracle, you know. This is my first video game. So immediately I start looking on eBay for a camera. And this is where Corey Vidal starts coming into my life. And I start watching his videos religiously on how I can produce great content. And eventually I find this camera, my Sony HDR FX1. A professional grade news camera, professional grade. I mean, this is a news camera. This was used for the news there for the longest time. And, you know, it came with a wireless lapel mic. It came with a stick mic. It came with all of this great content, you know, wireless receivers and all. And I buy it, $3,000. $3,000 I spent for this camera. And I get it right before Junior Doctor comes, right before. And I create the content, I send it off to a record company a week later after I edit it. And they love it, and they actually start using it at the schools. And I'm like, oh my God, this is awesome. So by this time, I've created my first video, and I'm like, wow, this is awesome. My vlog's going strong. I've created first content. I love this. Well, my dad gets a job offer in May, and he accepts, and he moves down here to Florida. It's actually to work with Digital Domain, a video FX company that does FX for the movies like Transformers and all. And I'm like, man, this is like awesome. Lots of video stuff. And so we moved down here to Florida eventually, and I did a couple of other video shoots up in Virginia. I did a shoot for J.J. Abrams. He had a contest out for his new movie Super 8, and I did a video called Sensory Deprivation: A York High Story back in May, right before I left. This was going to be my last video for York High, and it actually placed third nationally. And so I was really excited about that. So we moved here to Florida, and I show up here to G-Star, where I attend school now. G-Star School of the Arts for Motion Pictures and Broadcasting, and I'm learning video. And we're in this time period now. We're in November 2011, so you've seen my life progress now, and how YouTube's kind of shaped it. My views have only recently passed 100,000, I think, in October on my vlog. If I factor it in across the 3 channels, my iPhone, my second channel, and my vlog channel, I think I surpassed 150,000. So I want to thank you guys. The YouTube Partner Program for me is done. I actually got a message from YouTube today saying I can no longer upload videos past 15 minutes on my vlog channel. Apparently my account is no longer in good standing for some reason, which is not looking good for me on the vlog, and I'm a little disappointed about that. But everything happens for a reason. And after watching Corey Vidal, he went through 6 long months of hardships, and I'm only hoping this is a hardship that the vlog's going to endure, but in the end it'll turn out to be something good. But I wanted to post you my YouTube story. I'm not big on YouTube. I'm not big anywhere on YouTube. And as much as I want to be, my goal of being popular actually manifested into itself. I am popular. I'm not popular here, but I made myself feel popular. I'm not popular in the public eye, but I made myself feel popular. And that's what it's all about. And sure, there is stuff I'm not throwing in, like VidCon and other stuff that really shaped my life here on YouTube. But YouTube has shaped my life in so many ways that even if I'm not popular out there, out in the public, out here, or even here online, here inside this little online community, I don't care about popularity anymore. I've made it into Florida State University. I'm going somewhere with my life. I'm going to pursue video. I'm going to pursue meteorology and become a TV meteorologist, combining video and meteorology, 2 things I love. And I love YouTube. I love it so much. I want to incorporate it into my daily life. I do want to do YouTube full time. I really do. That's why I'm buying myself a lot more camera equipment. In college, I plan on using this equipment to help me get a job somewhere, shooting video for somebody, companies, anything in Tallahassee. But YouTube has shaped my life in so many ways. It's helped me kind of transition into who I am today. I don't think I would be who I am today without YouTube. I'm an outgoing guy who can make fun of himself. I can be made fun of. I can make fun of my own self, laugh at myself, and still be happy at the end of the day. I can post crazy content here online. And regardless of what the haters think or the lovers think, I love you guys. I love all of you guys. You guys, even if you don't leave comments, the views speak thousands of words to me. I know everybody in their YouTube story, all the big YouTubers say it's more than words can say. And they get millions of views. Here I am, I'm getting 20, 30 views on this video. But even those 20 or 30 people that watch this, it means a lot to me. YouTube is my life right now. And I really, really wish it could be my life from now on. I don't know how it's going to affect myself in college, but hopefully I can continue YouTube in college. Hopefully I can continue it past college, because I love YouTube. I pour my heart and soul into YouTube every day. And I know YouTube doesn't see that. I know I'm not big. Sure, it's everybody's dream to be big on YouTube, but even being who I am today here on YouTube, with the small amount of subscribers I have, the small viewer base I have, being part of the partner program for that couple of years before the pay really started to decrease. Those were some great years, and I'm still having fun with this. So thank you guys. Thank you lovers, thank you haters, thank you thumbs uppers and favoriters and thumbs downers and sharers. I mean, thank all of you. Truthfully, from the bottom of my heart, you guys have made me who I am today. Somebody that can go out in the world, publicly embarrass himself, and still be happy at the end of the day. Publicly embarrass himself, because that's what I do. I go outside and I vlog, and the looks I get, oh my goodness. I'm able to create video with this amazing camera and post it here to my second channel. So thank you. The power of online video is amazing. The internet is amazing. And I wish, sure, I wish I was bigger, but you know what? Everybody has a story. Everybody has a point in their life they will grow exponentially. And probably my point in life hasn't reached that point yet where I'm growing exponentially, but it will. I'll reach it soon enough. So thank you. If you guys have watched the entire 48-minute long video, give yourselves a thumbs up or a pat on the back or whatever. And now you know why I am the way I am. A fun-loving idiot that just loves uploading content. I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you for being you, for watching these videos, and for supporting me. I appreciate it. Good night, guys.